Today we're going to talk about how speaking your truth helps you poop. But if we think about it, in order for us to even have a bowel movement, your body has to feel safe and content within itself. Because when we do use the bathroom, it's like we have to relax our nervous system in order to even let the shit out. So the reason why I feel like this is true is because I've experienced it myself. Like whenever I have an emotional or spiritual blockage, I get constipated. But then after I kind of work through those things and feel my feelings, then I feel like that's when I'm able to have my bowel movements. And I feel this at a deeper level because I feel like the more spiritual you become, the more this will be the norm for you, that your body is gonna be more connected to your spiritual body. So whatever your spiritual body's feeling, your body's gonna kind of mirror that physically. So I feel like the more and more people speak their truth, the more that your nervous system, your body can relax to poop, And I feel like people who are constipated, if they take a second and look at, do I have stress? Am I carrying emotional, psychological, or spiritual weight about something? And then you're going to see that maybe your bowel movements do have to do with whatever's going on in your life, because your body doesn't feel safe enough to release, because maybe you haven't released something emotionally or mentally or whatsoever, if you're carrying a lot of that. And then I feel like that's when people have like diarrhea, because like diarrhea is like the sign that you've been holding up so much like things emotionally, mentally, and physically that it just kind of like explodes, into diarrhea. So I know it's like kind of gross to talk about it, but like if you really start seeing like whenever you're constipated or whenever you have stomach issues or diarrhea, I think it's like your body is trying to like signal people like deeper things than just like you not going to the bathroom or you having diarrhea. It's like you have to see like whatever you feel in your spiritual, emotional, and mental space, it can mirror that into how you use the bathroom. This is an odd observation, but I think that it is true because I've experienced it myself. I feel like a couple months ago, I had like this explosive diarrhea, and it was because I wasn't like in an emotional situation with somebody, and that was like building up, and then like it's like when I finally ended that with that person, I had this explosive diarrhea, and that was like my body, because I was carrying so much emotional weight of that situation with that person. Like I just didn't feel safe within my body, and my body had no other choice but to explode, So I think if we realize that, like, the more that we're spiritual, the more that our physical and our spiritual body is gonna, connect more together, I think pooping, even for people that become highly spiritual, it's not just pooping anymore. For us, it's like our body syncing with our spiritual body, So it's like the more spiritual you become, the more that you realize like even pooping is a spiritual experience. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to say. This is a weird topic, but I just wanted to talk about it. And yeah, peace.